than adult. So even to that, it's not comfortable living condition. But for children, it seems that it's okay for them. So they can stay there as long as we want. So I think that it's a good. It's a good thing that they can easily adapt with the new environment.
Yeah, of course, but I think
Yeah.
that's really good, and the most interesting part is that the topic of today is related to what you did, so that is
And
really good. So
it's
yeah, of
great.
course.
Yes.
Because sometimes, yeah, of course, we need it. And just, so sorry about yesterday. So before we keep going with, as you know, according to VIP announcement, so that is your public holiday. So I have no idea if the classes
Yeah.
are going to be held or no. So I'm sorry. So if I had known, I would have definitely held a class for you, but so sorry.
Yes, yes, understood, teacher. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
worry. I guess that I to me, I think that I just suddenly can arrange for
Ah, yeah, of course.
just
Yeah.
uh, that you can and it's still very fine normal because it's very sudden message. So I think that it's
Yeah,
difficult to
I was
arrange.
okay
Yeah.
now. I was right. Yeah, I was driving. I was like, not now. I can't.
Yes.
So, but it's really nice to see you now, of course, today. That's perfect.
Yes.
Well, so after a good experience, of course, like recovering, refreshing experience, so I think now
Yeah.
you can study. So let's talk about actually this topic. Let me share the board if you're ready. Just share. Okay. I think, okay. So let's talk about our habits. So it's like, sometimes good, sometimes maybe negative. Okay, sometimes we need to change, sometimes no. We have some strong, powerful, maybe point in habits that is better to focus on them. But
Yes.
we have an
I think that
idiom here. Yeah.
I think it's a very good habit and suitable with my situation. So I think I'm
Definitely
very
yes. I
proud.
told you. Yeah, I told you definitely yes. Yeah, look at this idiom. A leopard can't change his spot. So what is the meaning of it? It's like, people can't change their habits. So for example, if I want to give you another phrase for it, people don't change, or old habits die hard. What do you think about it? So I want to give you old habits die hard. What do you think about it? So it's like you can't, yeah, of course, people can't change or don't change. Do you agree with this? Or have you ever tried to change something in your personality, character?
Yes, I think this question I just face and I luckily I had my own answer just some days ago because I by accident I listened a video said about good habit for a success woman for a successful woman. And that video, the first time I heard different perspective that which is very totally different with mine for a long time. In that video, they said that uh, mm, uh, successful, intelligent woman should accept new things because new things and learn new things and do new things also because new things help us to improve more skill and learn more things to improve ourselves. Don't wait until we are ready for that thing, then we will do. But we can proactive find the information to learn, and we try to do, we try to start and accept and open to accept to do new things, even to that is not our we don't have any experience about that field, but we can learn quickly, try information about that field, and try to learn it and do it as soon as possible, so we can learn on job. That a very good way to help us to improve the lacking skill, so we can improve ourselves when we learn new things. Yeah, so I think that, oh my God, that is totally different, opposite mindset that I follow. I am trying to follow for many years, for a long time. I think that at my age, I just accept to do what I am good at, and what I had a lot of experience. So I will be very confident to do the familiar job with a lot of experience and knowledge. But now, after listen to that video, I changed my mind, and now I open to try new things. It's very good for my situation right now, because now my boss give me a lot of tasks, which in which there are many new tasks that I never do before. So at the first time, I was very reluctant to accept the assignment from my boss. But now, after listen that video, I am very confident to learn new things, to accept new assignment from my boss, and I see that I see it's a new opportunity in my life for me to learn more things and to improve myself.
Yeah,
Yes,
very good
so
actually.
yeah, so that is the video I just watched some days ago, and it's very helpful for me.
Yeah, that is really good actually to, open to new things. That is really good. So new
Yeah,
challenges, as you said, so you are open to trying new things and of course to accept new challenges. That is, mostly we don't. Well,
yeah,
especially, so for example, about me, I remember that when I was younger, so I remember that I was so adventurous. I wanted to try everything. Actually, I wanted to
yeah,
accept new challenges. Not now. So not now. I'm like, no, no, it's too much for me. So just not now. So, but that is
yeah,
perfect, I think. I think that is really good too, because you feel like, we normally wait until we feel completely ready, but we shouldn't. We shouldn't wait. So why we should wait to be completely ready for something? No, it's okay. We can do it. Just give it a chance and then try, and then you can see if you can make it or no. So that is really good, and I think it's perfect experience for you. And just let me say something. You said that I accidentally just watched a video, or for example listen. So it's better to use the phrase come across. So I accidentally just came across, of course. So come across is good phrase when you just like listen or watch something. Okay, so this is more natural. So a few days ago, I came across a video on YouTube, for example, and I listened, I watched, and actually, that was really good. So you said it's like something was completely different. Of course, you can say pretty much the opposite. So it's casual phrase.
opposite,
Pretty much, of course.
pretty much
The
the
opposite
opposite,
means
pretty
completely
much
different.
opposite, completely different.
Different, of course, something, yeah, of course. It's casual phrase to say that to describe something that is completely different, so you can use it. It was pretty much the opposite, of course. And of course, yeah, when you want to accept, that was really good. When you are open to new things, that is really you willing to try. So that is really good to, yeah, of course. Actually, you want to, why? You want to level up. You want to improve, you want to get better, so level up. This is another phrase that you can use. And yeah, and the other phrase that I told you, don't wait until you feel completely ready for something. No. Now, why we need to do this? Just do it. And I think this one is better. Well, just a few. I think for you, it's, just start. So you started looking at everything in a new way. So that is perfect. I should try it. I should try it. I should accept more challenges. Well, do you think that 30 days is long enough to make a new habit?
Um, make a new habit. I think 30 days. It's not depend on how long, but I think that it more depend on how fast we learn the new habit. For example, during this 5 days off, during this holiday, I and my children try to exercise, riding bicycle every days, every afternoon, and now it become if we don't want to, we don't need to go to school or go to work every day, we can maintain that routine, and it's become a habit. So I think that it's very fast to try to make new things becomes a habit. And I think that for nowadays, when technology is developed, and everything can be changed very quickly, and a habit can be created quickly. I think after a week, after 1 week, I think it's enough for us to create a new good habit or bad habit. And I think that for me 30 days is uh, mm, actually we need 1 week, I think. But for 30 days I think for 30 days it's better, it's much better. And I even do that. You see, I have every year I have a 2 weeks like mandatory off from my work. So I think that for me 2 weeks can create a new habit. And I have a lot of plan to use my I think that it's better to use that 2 weeks to create new things, new activity, and new environment totally different with the current I am experiencing now. And for example, yes, I wish that would be that my holiday can be 30 days, but I think that 2 weeks is enough for me. For example, I can travel to a new country, and I can discover, explore new things there, new yes, new life there. So it's very with all member of my family. That is a really meaningful for my family now, and include myself. So that is my wish, my plan. Not only wish, but I already applied some recent years already. That is the first thing I think that is very good for my to change, to create new habits in my life.
Of course. Of
because
course. So as you said, 30 days is a good target for forming a new habit. That is really good. And you
yes,
said it doesn't depend on how long. I want to change it to. So I think it's better to, yeah, that is really good. You can say it's not really about how long it takes. So you should say it's not really about how long it takes. So it can be 1 month or, for example, a week. So that is really important to learn, to pick it up. So I want to give you a common phrase that is we normally use when you want to say to learn. Okay, for example, to pick up something. So you can say to pick it up means to learn. So for example, I can pick it up in 1 week, another person maybe 1 month. So it's really important. And of course, so it's like you said that if we didn't need to go to work or to actually to school, that is very good. But if you want to use actually a slang, like, slangy way to say that, to talk about daily routine. So your daily routine, you can say that cut up in the school or work. Yeah, of course. So you can say like, if I need to go to school, so you can use it. So, and sometimes we need to keep doing, as you said, something. So stick with it means
stick,
keep doing.
stick with it.
Yeah, of
Sticks.
course, keep doing something. Okay. Yeah. So it means just, keep going, continue. We need to stick with it. So we need to make it a habit.
Make it a habit.
Of
Make it a habit.
course. Okay. Yeah, of course. And sometimes it happens, as you said, super quickly. Like, for example, in 1 week, super quickly.
Yes. Super weekly.
Yeah, of course,
Super.
very fast, really. So it's really important to form a good habit or sometimes, a bad one. So that is really, you said develop. Okay. I say to form a good habit.
Good habit.
And
A good
yeah, of
habit.
course. So
Mhm.
this verb is good. Yeah, of course. And when you want to say that, it's sometimes easy number, simple figure, okay? Just you can say that just a nice round number. So that is get a new habit. So different phrases that you can use. Of course, you used, so you said start. I said get something new or going. Okay, so I say that get a new habit going to start it.
New habit going. Start.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course. Yeah, of course. That is informal. But all these phrases are conversational. So when you talk to people, you use these phrases. Of course,
Yes.
yours were correct. I don't want to say that no, but we have some maybe slangy ways or maybe sometimes more conversational ways to actually talk about what we want to say, the topic that what we want to talk about.
Yes.
Well, so you are so fast, actually, 1 week. So no, I'm trying.
And
Well,
so
yeah.
during this holiday, I have a time to read a book. It said about it. Uh, it's famous in Vietnam, and I'm not sure that other country. But it said about the the how it explained clearly about how how we we live for many life for many life
Oh,
because in Buddhism theory people live for many life after life, and it continue for 1,000 years.
wow. It's like
Yes.
you die and you live again? Again,
Yes.
you die, you live again. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right, teacher. Very new theory,
Yeah.
Buddhism theory. And for example, here, this line, uh, that it our soul will change the our body in, for different during different life. It means that the soul is us, is really us, and our body it's just like a clothes we wear for this life, but next life we will have a new body, and that's like a clothes we change after a life. Yeah, very
Wow.
very very new.
Wow. Do you
Yeah.
believe it? So let me ask you, do you believe it? Do you believe in this?
Yes,
Yes.
totally believe, teacher, because I
Wow.
think it correctly, and it can explain on the things on my questions. So I believe on that the theory.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty new theory. So like, that is actually, so I heard about, let me say, the Buddhist just perspective. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but actually this, this line represent the soul that is really different. The change bodies, just with each, I don't know, life. That is so maybe, yeah, it was really good. So it's like our body, just like, yeah, the clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were for this life, but the next life we will change. We actually
Yeah.
get a new body.
Yes, that's right, teacher. And very I think that and the theory helped me to help not only me but many people, because during this life we face a lot of deep challenging and unhappiness, unhappy things, but how they can give that theory, Buddhism theory can provide us how to mitigate the unhappy things in life, and so we can be happy, the most happiest we can. Yes. So and that theory said that uh, mm, it's better to try, um, to try it's better that we should to be calm and manage our feeling. It means that happiness is a feeling, unhappiness is also a feeling, comfortable comfortability is just a feeling, and how we manage our feeling to continue the happiness as long as we can. That's the best, right? and
Wow,
and
yes.
we and to do so it's better not to be affected by outside outside things. For example, don't need to have a big house. Happy, we can be happy even though we live in a small house. Not no need to have a lot of money with a big house. At that time we can be happy. But many people they can happy even though they stay in a small house and they don't have a very good job with high salary. Yeah, so that theory, I think that is very good concept to encourage us to be try to be exercise, and that make us to be calm and control our feeling, good control our
Wow.
feeling. Yes, I think that a very good way, a very good concept. And so far,
Yeah.
for example, I apply, uh, I apply, and I think that I have just the beginning of my exercise, and I can receive a very good result. For example, for example, when I have a challenging in my job, I just I think about this theory, and I said to myself, to be calm and just try my best, and that is the best thing I can do, and I cannot I cannot change the thinking of my boss. I cannot change the personality, the characteristic of my boss, but I can try my best. And if I he still think that my performance is not good, I think that it's not because of me, so I don't need to be sad about that kind of thing. So that's it. I learned from the Buddhist theory.
The
And
Buddhist perspective. Yeah, that is the Buddhist
perfect.
perspective. Of
Yeah,
course, it's like the theory yeah, actually that's really interesting. So, but you know that. So every theory, or I don't know, like maybe different perspective, different religions, so different things in the world that we need to actually just search, we need to explore, we need to learn. So it's not really easy to accept, for example, when actually this is for me, it's like something really new, like, you know, what it is. But when I'm thinking that maybe it's acceptable, like, yeah, maybe we'll live again and again. And actually this theory can be really helpful.
yeah,
But you know, of course, it's something,
yeah,
yeah. So like, but I like it. That is, you know, when you find, I like the way that people find a logical way to boost their soul and the level of energy. For example, you this way, I think actually, if you believe in this perspective, maybe you won't get frustrated easily. Like, you
yeah,
know, okay, it's not
yeah,
something about me, so don't
yeah,
worry about it. So I can control, I can manage. So it's not the time to be sad anymore. I
yeah.
need to focus. And yeah, I think it's really good. Good,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah, so,
perspective.
yeah,
Yeah. And you use this phrase, mitigate the unhappy things. I want to say that I want to give it easier, just, you know, make it easier. Deal with,
deal with
of course,
tough
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, it's for yeah, and you can so make it more specific. So you can add the so because you use the here. So deal with the tough
Tough.
stuff in life. Like,
Yes,
you know, to yeah, of course, that is to handle difficulties,
yeah,
to
handle
mitigate the unhappy things, of course. And,
with
you know, we should be as happy, just, you know, as possible.
I have the
That
as
is real. This way, of course, like, you know, as happy as we can be. So that is staying calm, how to stay, and, you know, how to manage our emotions.
emotion means our emotion.
Of
Yes,
course, feeling emotions. So that is control our feeling. Not
yes,
to be, yeah, of course, because happiness, as you said, is feeling.
yes,
Unhappiness is also a feeling. So we
yeah,
can easily manage, we can easily so, and you said comfortability. No, just comfort. Comfort
comfort.
is also a feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
comfort.
of course. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Like comfort. Yeah.
yeah,
And, you know, we need to keep actually that happiness going, continue
yes,
having it. So that is really important because, you know, when you want to continue, so of course you need to find a way. Actually, if you believe in this perspective, you can, this theory or this, like, I think, yes. For example, you don't need to, as you said, have a big house to be happy. You can be happy even if you live in a small one, but it's not about having a lot of money. Okay, so maybe it's happiness can be something different, and can actually different people can find happiness in different things. So
yes,
sometimes, yeah, of course, maybe a high paying job. So
yeah,
maybe yeah, another person, maybe small house with a happy family. So it depends.
Yes.
So it's not about having like, the thing
Yes.
is actually, when you want to say that the point is, the thing is,
Yes.
the thing is happiness can actually mean different for different people.
Yeah.
So actually it's all about how you look at things.
Yeah. Location is about how
How
to.
you look at things. So,
Yes.
yeah. So, and I do agree, definitely agree with you here. So I think it's yes, but of course we have different maybe things that
Yeah.
can affect, this happiness. So sometimes you want to be, but you can't because you are not the only person who live, especially when you're responsible, for example, now your happiness is your children's happiness. So and you can't teach them that, okay, you can be happy in a different, that is really difficult. So sometimes when they feel frustrated, maybe, and motivated, and they can't, you're like, so sad, actually feel this sadness deeply.
Yeah.
So we are affected by different things in the world. It's a little difficult. Well, and I want to talk about the phrase, even though, that you use, that is perfect. Very common. We use it, and I like this because we use it to speak a lot. But the pronunciation of the word is even though. So that is really important. But that is perfect. Use it a lot. I like it. Just even though. Yes,
Even though. Even
even
though.
though. Very good.
Yes. Excuse
Well,
me.
yeah, of
My battery is running out. Can we hold
course.
on for 1 minute, please?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, teacher. Hi, teacher. Hi. Thank
Hello
you. Thank you for
again.
inviting.
You're welcome. Well, okay, so you know this phrase, or the first phrase of this, pay attention to. So I've tried to spend less time in my phone and pay attention to people around me. So it's not easy, but of course we should try it. Like, especially for not, it's not about me and you, maybe it's about our children. So, like, especially younger generation, they tend to actually use their phones, just surfing, watching, playing. So they really rely on their phone and technology. It can be a kind of addiction that is not really good. So we should control on it. But of course, it's not easy. So tell me, do you have a way? So, of course, you have young kids. So, yeah, they like spending time
Very.
so on phone, social media. So, how can you control? So, do you monitor what they do and how you can control?
Yes. I think that overuse the electronic device now are, I think that big matter, big issues for children during nowadays, and many that's I think that um, uh, is a big problem now. Or many schools over the world, teacher and parent and organize held a lot of conference to discuss to find out the solution. But I think that that's it. I myself, uh, in my opinion, I think that this is one obstacle for children nowadays, because you see, they it's when I observe my children, I see that sometimes that they pay they spend a lot of time to surf the internet, and one thing they is that when they do that way, it make their brain develop improperly, because the information just go through their brain, and I think just for fun, because there are many good images, a good picture, and the way the video make the video very attractive to children, to many people, and the fun is just very how can I say that is just uh, fast, and do not rest anything after they watch that video, and but they spend a lot of their time, and instead of they need to use their time focusing on learning, and deep dive the knowledge and their lesson, and they just relax by watching video on YouTube. It's very dangerous thing for children now, and one thing is make their brain work improperly. The second thing is that it create a very not good mindset for children nowadays also. For example, they make children become selfish, lazy, and sometimes that they think that they they only need to make their them differently and uh, differently so that they can post on their Facebook and and social media. So many people can watch their video, can watch their imaging, and and
Definitely.
uh, and and uh, and give as many like as possible. So that I think that that's why just want to not it means that not have children to be more patient to and think and care about others, but now they just care about themselves, so that is
Yeah,
very dangerous. Yes.
of
And
course. Yeah, of course.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I think that is the that is the disadvantages of technology nowadays, and many of them don't want to talk with others to socialize, but they just
Yeah.
concentrate on Facebook, on their on internet. So they
Yeah.
live um, it make make it keep distance very
Yeah.
fast distance among member in family, even though
Of
they
course.
live in the same house,
Of
they feel talk each other a day. It's a very they talk, they share information, and they share happiness moment each other that limited because
yeah.
they use more time spending on social media. And I think that so this is a very big problem nowadays with technology developing time. I am one of person to against that situation,
Yeah,
and
of
because
course.
I have
You're
children.
right to
Yes,
be. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right
because
to be.
I am a mother of two children, and I feel very upset, very disappointed when my
Of
children
course.
they
Yeah,
stay
of
near me,
course.
but they rarely ask me question. They rarely share their feelings, share their difficulties, and share their happiness with me. So
Yeah, of
I feel
course.
very upset. I feel very disappointed, and whenever I see that my children
Yeah,
concentrate their
of
time on
course.
on social media,
Yeah,
and they don't want to study. They don't want to do.
yeah.
This mean that they just when I remind them to do their homework, they and I remind many times, so they will do. Otherwise, they just
Yeah,
focus on their computer, their mobile phone, and
I
search.
know. Yeah, of course. Of
So
course. Yeah.
yeah, and how to control. Yeah, the second question is how to control that matter. I and my husband have a lot of conversation with my children about that matter, and we explain a lot of bad thing, negative things when they use a lot of they spend a lot of their time using on the internet, and but I think that it's even though we try our best, but I think that the situation still there, and now my husband apply learning schedule and limited time to use computer and mobile phone for my youngest child and oldest child also. Both of them have a different schedule of learning and using computer and mobile phone because their age is different. So we try our best to manage their schedule, learning schedule, and using computer and mobile phone schedule also. And but still, we even to that write their timetable on whiteboard. My husband buy a whiteboard, and we write the schedule on the whiteboard. But they don't follow the timetable there also, and we need to remind them.
Yeah, that is
Remind
really
them.
good. Actually, you could figure out a solution. So I think, yeah, it's a good one. Actually, it's
We
really
try
a good
many
one.
ways.
So yeah, just
Yeah.
me and my, just, when you want to actually use you actually as the first person, me and my husband and I. So my husband and I, me and my husband. So of course, you try to figure out a solution that is perfect.
Yeah.
So as you said, the overusing the electronic devices, I say too much screen time. Too much
Too,
screen time, of
very,
course,
too much.
make people more isolated. They
I,
don't want to talk to family, other people, just staying in their rooms, spending time watching, surfing. So they have become more isolated due to actually the overuse of social media and, electronic devices, that I say too much screen time. So, and that is really difficult. Yes, we can organize, so all around the world, schools, maybe we are organizing different conferences in order to actually figure out solutions to deal with one of the biggest obstacles, challenges.
obstacle.
Obstacle is, yeah, of course. So let me write,
Obstacle. Yes.
of course.
Obstacle. Obstacle. Yes.
Obstacle means challenge. Of
Challenge.
course, one of the
Challenge.
biggest obstacles that, kids and
Uh,
youngsters face today. And what is
yes.
that? Yeah, of course, the overuse of social media, and, they don't tend to talk anymore. So it's like, just, I don't know, just get some information, and, they are almost distracted. They can't focus. When you are distracted by something, it means you can't focus on what? So, unfocused. Distracted,
Unfocused.
unfocused, of course. They are distracted by social media. And by, we can say, well, just, like attractions, pictures, images, colors, sound. So everything is really distracting in social media. It's really actually interesting, exciting. So they can easily be distracted by maybe internet, social media, Facebook. So actually, what we can do, it's not really easy at all, how we can monitor. So maybe, yeah, of course, we need to limit the time that is spent. That is not really easy. So of course, at
Yeah.
younger ages, yeah, it's maybe easier. When they grow up, of course, it's not really easy to monitor and control everything. You can't
Yes.
stay every moment to check what they're doing. And of course, sometimes it doesn't really help to, the brain develop properly. No, they think that, okay, my brain is developing properly, but actually it's improperly. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
improperly. Yeah, of course. Like,
Mm.
they learn what
Yeah.
they shouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So maybe
Mm.
inappropriate
Inappropriate.
content. Yeah,
Inappropriate
Yeah, of
content.
course,
Yeah.
something that is not really appropriate for their age, but it's not, there is no filter. You can easily watch
Yeah.
everything. And for example, YouTube, and for example, Instagram, you can easily watch everything, follow, subscribe. So it's not, there are a lot inappropriate content for that age. Actually, I've heard something, maybe I read that they're trying to maybe put some filters on social media in order to control teenagers. I think it would be great if they could do it. But yes,
Yes.
this is another big challenge that we face as parents, of course, we face nowadays. Well, we have
Yes.
a video. Of course, there are the other words, but we already have a video. I want to send this video for you, and I want you to watch it. It's a good one.
Yes.
If you
Yeah.
have time, of course. So 30-day, yeah,
Yeah.
challenges. So I would send it not bad, so you can watch. And then,
Yeah.
of course, the next time we will talk about it again. Okay?
Yes. Yes. Please. Yeah. I think it's
Well,
very
of
suitable.
course. Of
Yeah.
course. Well, so for now, we should actually skip this parade since we have no time, unfortunately. So we will keep going with the rest of it the next time. And
Yes.
thank you for being perfect again. So you're always perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. Thank you so much, teacher. Thank you for your
You're
lesson.
welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Goodbye. See you. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye. See you again.
Goodbye. Of course. Goodbye.